I'm gonna bring that one. Jesus Christ don't die on the cross of Calvary. The blood of Jesus has already paid for all our sins. Me, I don't understand the necessary, unnecessary, materialistic things you need to present for further fortification, or maybe that one will draw God's hand from heaven directly. We don't know. So between in the text message between Ayodele and Adelabu, the cleric asked the minister to make it bring 24 APC flags for prayers. The cleric also demanded 1,000 pieces of saxophones and trumpets. Now, if you did for musical department for church, you will know, say, you see all those instruments, those musical instruments, they cost, like, seriously. Like right now, as if you look at exchange of naira to dollar, it costs where piano, trumpet, saxophone, trombone, all of them very, very expensive. You get some churches where we say they are all about praises. So you see those equipments now, huge investment. If church one close, you see those instruments, they feel they sell them, they feel they rent them, they feel they make money. So you can't tell this man say make it bring 1,000. See you 1,000 pieces of saxophone and trumpets, with the least expensive, fairly used Nigerian grade costing a total of 50 million naira, and the imported grade 1 from China among sea levels costing 130 million naira. I really can't ask Adelabu to bring the items by April 1. He can't extend the grace till April 4. So now in that one can talk say, sir, I don't do this, but because of the love I have for you, now in the primate they tell Adelabu, say, they do all these ones, oh, but because I love you, shall me you present all these things, what I say me you bring. The cleric contacted the minister saying don't send him several letters while he was CBN deputy governor and at other times to the minister in Ibadan, but there was no reply. He repeatedly made requests to call the minister, who told him he was on pilgrimage. Ayodele asked him to recite Al-Mun Nazira 200 times. Then Ayodele was probably referring to the Alam Nashra in the 94th chapter of the Quran, a prayer for divine support, relief from hardship, and spiritual expansion for Prophet Muhammad and believers, reassuring that ease follows difficulty. The cleric also told the minister what he was doing was based on instruction given to him by God. If you know Primate Ayodele, every time when he's on the pulpit, you hear how he used to give his prophecies. He will tell you, see, Tinubu, God said I should tell you, you better be careful. Peter Obi will do this. Better don't drop Shetima. Shetima will not do this. If you be following that man very well, his predictions are always very funny when he does his prophecies. So Ayodele repeatedly told the minister, make una yell, that he would rule Oyo states. He says, make a read down for you. I have divine advice for you, sir, which can help a lot, sir. Kindly pick my call. That was part of what the message said. So after Adelabu talk, if you want to disturb Adelabu, pick my call. I get plenty message for you. In response, the minister contacted the cleric say he cannot afford all these expensive items. So now Ayodele, while speaking in his church, because Adelabu no give him waiting, he asked him, he give him. He can't go church, can't say Adelabu had failed and would not become Oyo governor. Since Adelabu say all those things cost, I don't get the money. As you say, everybody they put eye for Tinubu government. Anybody will spend money anyhow and then catch your lower. You don't enter pepper soup, then go dissect you to pieces. Adelabu contacts, I don't get the money. Because if they hear say I carry that kind of thing, can't give you, then go say now why I go put everybody for band A, band B, band C, and they collect the money for myself. Baba can't go alter, can't go tell her say, you don't go be governor. Say he failed the instruction of the Lord Almighty. He say he warn him, say God tell him, say this message, say he don't make mistake and he will not be Oyo governor. Now the primate, I be pastor.
Nari primates,
Amima. Adelabu say make a arrest and see now. They dare say come arrest me. I don't talk with him. I talk now. God tell me come arrest me. I go catch you. We go now. I won't take do am. Now he can't go DSS. Adelabu can't go DSS. Say he rejected Ayodele's request because he believes his ambition is driven by genuine service and not by spiritual manipulation or fetish practices. The minister now asked DSS make he investigate Ayodele and compel him to retract his false prophecies and apologize. And based on the info I don't get now, say DSS don't they investigate the man. This is barely 2 weeks or 3 weeks when Ayodele talks in Igbos will be the cause of Nigeria problem, or say Igbos then cause them or something like that. Now so last night to get to all that pastor wake on the trend. Sorry, oh my gossip blog, but the thing we say, what people they use altar of God they do, they shock me on the boom boom. Oh, in a mom, could they catch me? We got here of another pastor. We go call propose to another person. Meanwhile, the person we're in there with one woman, she said they say she be actress. The woman talk say the man don't deal with her for 9 years. Say how you go leave and go marry another person. Say waiting what make people do with her. Say you don't use and finish, you don't come out. Or actually you don't lick plates finish, you don't chop everything. Everything don't finish. Say her brother die. Now the pastor can't talk, can't leave her, can't go marry. Say lie, he cannot marry. Say he go kill her. Because the picture say the lady they commit they do self harm. People come they say I beg, pastor, whoever you are, waiting you do, come resolve this matter. The lady go they cry, chest pain, high blood pressure. We can't even hear say now because of this same pastor, this woman don she leave her husband go meet the same pastor for 9 years. Ha na aracha onwe ha na aracha onwe ha. Ask him gene. Pastor can't go church. Can't say, how do you expect a man to marry you after several men have slept with you? Chai! You know, finish. You can't talk say the woman no dey submissive. See, this our word. I said the same way they worry some people. No people say, now side gossip. Why would they wonder? I say we want good government. Want good governance. I beg go tax for 2026 from January 1 where they go to collect for people. Everybody they panic. Their name, they are in Zuzu. They are Zuzu. Thank you for condoning my gossip this evening, but it's actually funny because you realize that this is actually what happens in several spaces, in several places, in several churches. Now, the one will never be public, the one will never be for the eye of everybody. Nine people no go talk, but the one way people see, nine people go talk. If to say Adela Boo don't go do all these things now, one day Primates mistakenly slip mouth for altar now so for come they hear another thing, APC this, APC that, APC this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the political spotlight to wahaladi. So let's start off with the situation like this. The ADC has really been in the news for the past couple of days. The latest being on Saturday. The publicity secretary, that's the spokesperson for ADC, was on a space on Saturday. On that space, they were asking questions because a couple of persons want to join, especially the obedience. They really want to join, but they are hesitant. They're very hesitant. And based on the experience they had with the Labour Party at the time, you know how it is when you join a new party. The first time the ADC unveiled, some obedience complained that they weren't giving they weren't registering them. There were a lot of complaints and all that. So they wanted to understand all the interviews that Bolaji Abdullahi has been attending, what it means. They asked questions about what the party is up to, what is the issue with Peter Obi, why is Peter Obi stalling, why has he not joined? These were the questions, Although Bolaji Abdullahi kept maintaining that the party is trying to galvanize, establish, what you call a footing in all the local government areas across the federation. They need to start grassroots mobilization and awareness of the party. What happened to Labour Party is not something that they want to happen, and they need to start establishing the ADC so that it remains in the subconscious of a lot of Nigerians. If you go to any of the local governments across the federation, what is permanently known as a political party in existence is PDP and APC. Those ones have structure, they have ground structure. And if you know politics, a lot of persons who say Tinubu knows politics because Tinubu understands the essence of grassroots mobilization. He uses grassroots politics. He goes down there. He creates the hierarchy in the grassroots. So when you subconsciously put yourself in the minds of the people at the grassroots, that is how it works. So at the polling unit, they don't show you this is APC or PDP. It's the logo. So it's with the logo that the people get to vote. So that is why grassroots mobilization is very important. So those were the things Bolaji Abdullahi was trying to clarify. So some obedience now asks that, okay, there are some things that is stalling Peter Obi from joining. One of them is the zoning formula. I mean, this is basically the conversion. What is he joining to do? What role is he going to play? What are you guys planning to do with him? Is it a party that you guys want to use him for to beef up Atiku Abubakar and all of that? Is the turn of the South? Well, how about you guys decide on how you want to go about the zoning, and then we'll all join, we'll all throng and everything. Bolaji said, again, that question was asked, and he said that Peter Obi has not made any demand. That he hasn't made any demand like, oh, I want to be VP or I want to be president. This is my condition before I fully join the ADC. So they're not asking question that for more than 18 months that this conversation in the coalition has been ongoing, what have they been doing out? What have they been saying? What was the discussion all about? If you say that this is what the ADC is all about, Peter Obi has always said, okay, it's all about good governance. I'm not desperate to be a president, but I will join the coalition. Let me see where we're heading. Something different from what we're experiencing. I don't know if you get my drift, but he has put his hat in the race. He did a press interview. I think it was saying that interviewed him where he said he intends to be president and he has the capacity. He has gone to CNN. He has declared his intention. So if he has declared his intention, What again is the proposal within the ADC? Now the ADC is saying the party is open for everybody. Right now, we are not discussing zoning. That is not what is our mandate right now. That's not what we're looking at. We're trying to structure the party. We're trying to put the party in place. So if you want to join, you join, so that we can build the party together. That's what he's saying. But for now, they've not done any zoning. And they've also admitted that the presidential ambition of Peter Obi and Atiku is it's quite a challenge, because it's obvious what the ADC was established for, who it was established for. So if a Peter Obi who got more than 6 million votes, some people said he was the one that won the 2023 elections, okay, fine. How would you expect someone who ran with a party that was unknown, who had a potential of winning the election, to run as a VP? Others now said that the factors that make 2023 is not what applies now, that a lot has actually changed. The political dichotomy, the political space has changed. It's now more toxic. They've infused tribalism, they've polarized the polity, a lot of things. They've used propaganda, and even a lot of the persons who were galvanizing for Peter Obi in 2023, some of them are now mobilizing against him. So how do you intend to work with this? How about you merge with these people, anything to unseat Tinubu? Now some people are saying, is it anybody we want to unseat Tinubu and enter from frying pan to fire? Exactly. Or we want to be strategic this time around, that even if Peter Obi doesn't win, there's a potential for somebody from the south, when it's time for the south to, or the southeast this time around, not the southwest, to have an opportunity to be there, to be president. Well, again, these are the conversations. It's not surprising to realize what is going on. Meanwhile, in Kwara State, we heard very recently they were caught, some terrorists, I don't want to call them bandits. They were arrested by the army in Ife Lodun Council. They said they got AK-47 rifles from Kwara government officials. More shotgun, more shock, tipe. I'm like, eh? So this thing true is true, that this terrorism, they are highly sponsored by governments. How? Those guys confessed to, let me read it out. Nigerian soldiers arrested a group of suspected bandits found patrolling with AK-47 rifles in a local security patrol vehicle in Ifeloto local government area, Kwara State. The suspects were intercepted by troops in an operation in an area, and they were taken into custody. In a video that was obtained recently via some media outlets, the arrested men were seen prostrated on the ground with their hands tied, as soldiers questioned them over their activities and the source of their arms in their possession. Now, during the interrogation, one of the suspects, speaking in Hausa and Nigerian Pidgin, claimed that the vehicle and rifles were provided by the Kwara State government. He alleged that they had been operating in the area under the guise of patrol duties for some time. Let me read it out. We have been here for quite a while. We're using the vehicle for patrol. Wallahi, now the truth, I tell you. That was what the suspect said. Ilorin government, now give us this motor weapons. They were the ones that gave us the rifles. The suspect further alleged that the arms were not personally collected by him, but by their superior, whom he referred to as our Oga, insisting that multiple individuals were involved. We are not the ones that collected the rifles. It was our Oga that collected them. I know because I was with them. We go many times with them, including Oga Victor. All of them are involved. The weapons are theirs. The suspect repeatedly insisted that the rifles did not belong to them, swearing by God that the weapons were not privately owned by the group. In the video, other detainees whose hands were tied were heard repeatedly chanting religious phrases as the questioning continued. As of the time this report was being filed, the Kwara State government has not yet issued any official response to the allegations made by the suspects. The Nigerian army has also not released a formal statement detailing the circumstances of the arrest or confirming the claims. So the victims are, for example, the three young men who were returning from their mother's burial in Agboro, Kwara State, reportedly being kidnapped by suspected terrorists. They're now demanding about 10 million naira per victim, which makes a total of 30 million naira. What exactly is going on? So it means that what Trump said and how he said what he said, that indeed the nonchalance of the government indicates that the government are the ones fostering, they're the ones enabling insecurity in the country. I don't know, but the president really needs to step up. He really needs to be very decisive concerning this, because what is the politics behind this? What is the political motivation behind this? We'll be looking into that in the course of the conversation. Then also, the APC as well, the situation with Governor Adeleke of Osun State, right? So the governorship elections of Osun State, for example, Governor Adeleke has defected to the Accord Party, but he's saying that the APC has infiltrated the Accord Party because a faction of Accord Party did their own primary and produced another governorship candidate. Now, whenever there is a situation like this, it causes confusion, and before you know, people are going to court, and that could delay the process for mobilization and campaign and all of that stuff. Now, Adeleke is saying that it is the APC that is causing what is happening because he just went to Accord Party, and all of a sudden we're hearing, oh, well, the leadership will reject Adeleke. We don't recognize him as the sole governorship candidate. They did another one, and another person emerged. So you never even join the party. Wahala don't start. Others are now saying that that's the same thing the ADC is already facing. The only thing why it has not become so potent and prominent is because Peter Obi has not joined. When he joins, then there will now be issues that is bedeviling the party. Meanwhile, Manami was denied bail. He remains in EFCC custody. Chris Ngige also, his bail hearing will be heard on Monday. That's tomorrow. Now, people are saying that the president is doing political witch hunt. APC is going against the Buhari's, that is the Buhari's faction in the APC. Those he feels did not support him. Those he feels did everything to ensure that he doesn't emerge as a president in 2023, that they are going after these people. But the question is, you want to go into politics against a government that you're in opposition with and your hands are not clean. How do you think that they would not come out after you? Who wants any competition? Who wants to fight any competition? Obviously, they'll come after you. Now, what's his name? Kwankwaso is saying that he's not among the northern delegates who don't want Tinubu to come back in 2027. He's saying that, see, me, I already have my own agenda. I am not among the northerners who are working against Tinubu. I know they there. My hand no they there. I don't know anything. So anybody thinking that I am working against Tinubu, my hand is not there. Anyway, like I said, Utikpo, everything is happening at the same time. Now, the ADC themselves has announced a date for congresses and national convention. They are deciding to move ahead. Whether Peter Obi joins or he doesn't join, they have to do what is needed to be done. According to what Balaji Abdullahi said, it was vital for the party to start working because by 2026, you have a few months before election commences. The APC themselves have already concluded plans. You already know what is on ground with that. Now, they disclosed on Saturday, this was by the National Publicity Secretary, they announced provisional dates for its congresses and the election delegates at the polling unit, ward, local government. According to circulars issued by the National Secretary, Ogbeni Ralph Aregbesola, the congresses have been provisionally slated to take hold between January 20 and 26, and that is between 20 to 27th of January 2026.
Hey, Michael, welcome. Oh, Ben, welcome. Guys, please double tap your screen device to like. Please, I beg you. Or click on the three dots on the right-hand corner to like. Happy Sunday, Michael. Welcome, my brother.
Now, because of this, a lot of persons are now trying to get their membership card. They're asking people to join the ADC. I think some people, regardless of where you are, if you, whatever state you belong to, you need to go there and get your membership card. But there are complaints that the ADC does not have a representation in some local governments in some states. Something they have to work on. So another thing also is funding. Those that complain that they were not being looked into or being registered, there are fears that the original members of the party don't want all these strangers to come and take their party away from them, because that was one of the issues they had with the Labour Party. Their Julius Saburi were like, who are these people who are coming and wanted to take positions here? We've been in this party, we've labored in this party. All of a sudden, people want to come and displace us. Now, dear, you know how money they take do. So the question now is finance. Secondly, since Peter Obi has not declared, those who want to contribute, those who want to, put money, they are keeping their money in their pockets. And secondly, in 2023, a lot of obedience was scammed. There were different WhatsApp groups who were saying they were contributing for Peter Obi's election, Peter Obi's whatever. They ate the money. Some of them were in disguise, like they were ABC members, PDP members. They chop money wella. So now the election season is getting close. You're going to be seeing a lot of people forming WhatsApp admin coordinator. We are the ones speaking with them directly, contribute money, and nobody knows what is what. So again, this is a political season, so all of of this are actually expected. Let me introduce my analyst in the studio this evening. I actually have Mr. Lawal Ekunda right here in the studio. Mr. Lawal, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening.
Mr. Tony Bata is a very late comer. He did not even listen to the introduction of what I have said, so I don't even know how he wants to answer question. Mr. Tony Bata, good evening. Thank you for joining us today eventually. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy Sunday.
You don't know.
You look like an angel.
You're going to pay for
Oh, you look like an angel.
You're whining. You're whining. You want to whine. People are not.
People are not seeing you.
You want to whine me because you just came.
People that know me know that I don't want anybody.
You're going to pay fine. This one, you can't make down.
You look like an angel. You pay fine. Because today is Sunday.
See classic whining. Mr. Lawal, Mr. Tony is going to bring beans for me.
Apart from everything he has said, the one that is most paramount, most important, most standing is the fine.
Is the fine, Abi? That's important. So, Mr. Tony, you heard what Mr.
I'm not like an APC politician. I will pay.
No, go and meet Prime Minister. They go and buy plenty saxophone and trumpets. Don't worry, heaven will touch you directly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Political Spotlight. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Let me start off with you. There are talks that the president is going to use Peter Obi to ensure that there is no challenge for 2027. That how it's going to work is going to ensure that they both run separately and the same result that happened in 2023 is what will take place. Now, I already know the talk about surpassing Peter Obi or nothing. Peter Obi couldn't have amassed what he amassed, and you guys want him to be VP to Atiku. Others are saying, what role do you want Peter Obi to play in the coalition? Since you guys have been calling his name throughout last week, the ADC was asking him, declare your intention, join us, join us, join us. But the question is, join you to do what precisely? How are you going about it? Are you doing a consensus? If they've not met an agreement, then that means it's going to be an open primary. Now, Bolaji Abdullahi is saying that Peter Obi has not made any demand. He has not said anything that this is what I want before I join. This is the agreement I want us to agree to before I join. So if that is the case, what have they been talking about for the past more than 18 months that this coalition was formed? Then they unveiled. What was the conversation they had that made them come together? Was it just talk? Did they have any prospect? Was there no ideology? What was the principle behind the merger of the coalition?
No, the principle, the first principle was the fact that they wanted the power to change from APC. That's the paramount thing. So those who felt unhappy about the last 2023 election and the way the Buhari economy was run, and then the present one is the direction is going, decided to believe they can act fast and re-steer the ship of Nigeria. So they came together. That's why, as the process of coming together, they are also very watchful about the main opposition, which is the APC government. They're supposed to be busy with governance, and they are acting like opposition. So they were mindful of that. So they were moving from one place to another, panting like a dog that is chasing all over the place, looking for a place to sit down and at least rest. But eventually they settled down in ADC, and as they settled down in ADC, they now discovered that still they are still being chased, because in Yoruba they will say "Iruwa Ugiriwa." When it comes to making soup, you see different ingredients flying around. So you see so many people coming in, and then even people with questionable characters, people with the masses of Nigeria will not even want to hear their name coming out to speak like they are angels, and then finding themselves in ADC. That's also caused some other issues that some people began to raise an eyebrow that, excuse me, this ship now, are you sure? Some people will not hijack the reign of the ship and then redirect it again and lose us and divert us from what we have the goal to do. So they were careful, and then there was a lot of other things coming in from outside, that fight was from both inside and outside against the whole thing. But they were able to try to stabilize the hold. They were able to stabilize the ADC.
Who was able to stabilize ADC?
Now, the coalition.
They were able to stabilize.
Yes.
You sure they don't stabilize?
Oh,
yes,
really?
No,
Can
what I'm saying that I said they were able to stabilize.
I make you help me like
in stay. What I'm trying to say that they were able to stabilize a little for them to be able to move forward to some points. That's why they are calling Peter Obi. You don't understand what I'm saying.
You're not convincing me. Mr. Tony Mbata, I don't understand the English. Mr. Lawal is
Mr. Lawal
Bam. Michael, bam.
Because I don't understand where he said this is moving to.
Defend ABC. See, no. I'm not defending ABC. You don't get what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, no. You're trying to be politically correct. See, ABC, you see something that, I was happy and I was smiling, dealing with smiling. ABC came with this holy than that attitude, as if they are saint. Now, people thought that this is where we are going to remove APC from.
You think they came with holy?
No, they gave us.
The factor that was the boss.
I'm coming. They gave us a holy than like an angel. Now, but inside them, the problem they are having with P2B and Co was what happened in PDP, APC should not happen again for the future generation. Let us define how this coalition will be.
Bam. Kene, that's my man right there. That's my president.
Region will come next.
Chess, not checkers.
Not because I have the largest population, I will determine who will come.
Now people are they come.
APC will bring Atiku. After Atiku,
I dare it.
from which region? Is it South or Southeast or Southwest? Let us pen it down and sign it. But APC, because they are part of PDP and APC, they want to leave that loophole so that if, assuming they can do P2B to agree what they are doing, I listened to Great Omoye when they were talking that God is working in divine, blah, blah, blah. I look at people joining them. Why they say sign it?
Mr. So let me explain something to you. So we have a context. This coalition said they started talking about it via telephone like normal yarns. Okay, this Tinubu government, we're not feeling it too. People they complain. Peter Obi,
Nigerians are complaining.
Nigerians are complaining. The Labour Party, everything that was going on, it seemed that they had irreconcilable differences. Plenty issues were just coming front, right, left, and center. The PDP too were going through their own crisis. So the reason that we have to think ahead. Right? If this was how the APC was able to unseat PDP, why don't we replicate the same thing? Do you understand? Now, the issue is not about the fact that they replicated. My question is, for the past 1 year and that, because they said 18 months, that's 1 year and a couple of months, what have they been discussing that by now they haven't talked about a zoning? If you want me to come to the coalition, I ask you, this is what I want. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, for Peter Obi, he said that this is what he said. He's not desperate to be president. All he wants is the betterment of Nigeria, for Nigeria to work. That is why he's joining the ADC. Now, when the ADC was unveiled, we saw the buzz. Their website crashed. People were, anywhere he is, we want to be part of it. Anybody aside from Tinubu, right? Their website crashed. But then we began to hear skirmishes of issues. Factions were emerging. Some people said the David Mark leadership was not legal, was not authenticated. We heard maybe Kachuku come to say his own, that it was a party for Atiku. Different things that are emerging. Well, they were all working. They were working in coalition, but Peter Obi and a couple of them hadn't fully joined. Now Atiku has joined. El Rufai has joined. El Rufai no send. El Rufai, according to him, is saying the reason why he's not campaigning now is because it's the turn of the South. But by 2031, he's coming out. In other words, that by that 2031 you're talking about, the North don't go agree say we want to support the Southern now. In this whole one-term thing we are looking at. They all have their ambitions. The APC will bring their candidate. If the ADC is still in existence, they'll bring their candidate. If the PDP decides to structure themselves, they'll bring their own, and they'll all be from the North. Yes. So if you, as a political party, starts presenting a Southern candidate, how do you intend to contend with other political parties bringing Northerners when they know it's the time of the North? So my issue is, what have they been discussing? Peter Obi now said, I want to be president since it's the time of the South. I don't mind doing one term. A lot can be achieved in 4 years. There were backlashes because of that statement he made. But now we are hearing that we're not discussing zoning for now. That is not in the picture. Yes. Everybody should join us, and then a primary will be done. Anybody who wins, whether you are from the South or from the North, we will back you up. But there are fears among the obedience that if they do that kind of thing, the money, as the dollar, some persons don't have it. That's the fear. Others believe that if you want to do this, go and register. Have your own delegates there. Don't be saying that somebody is going to win or somebody is going to dollarize the process. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
That is where the drama is right now.
Okay, can I answer you?
Yes, you can go ahead.
The issue is that ADC Listen, Nigerian masses are suffering. No two ways about it. APC deceived us. And Nigerian masses are looking for where we can cast our vote, even though we don't have INEC. Let it be that we have done.
We don't have INEC.
We don't have INEC. No, INEC is APC. But let me finish what I'm saying.
Now you talk, Amo.
I can defend it at any time. Look at the guy is giving money, ambassadorial post. Mahmoud is giving Mediterranean. So what is it? So Nigerian masses, I told you the other day we met here, I said it is between the angry and hungry Nigerians and the APC. Now Nigerians are suffering, and we know where we want to go. But we are looking for a platform because we don't have anything independent candidate to contest election. Now, ADC show as if they are coming to do the needful that Nigerian masses need. But in that, they are behaving like the voice I'm hearing is the voice of Jacob. The hand is the hands of Esau. Which PDP, APC did to Nigerians. Now, somebody like Peter B saying, no, let us not suffer the same things that we have been suffering in the old past. Let us define everything and pen our signature. If ADC said, okay, we are throwing it open for everybody. Now, assuming Peter B win it, after Peter B, whose region, south, southeast, northwest, northeast, let us pen it down. But because most of the people there, they build this for Atiku, so that Atiku will win the ticket. And when they finish it, they will not do the same. They will still say, we didn't sign it. That is what is destroying PDP and APC. People say, no.
Mr. Lara, you know Pastor Matthew Ashimolo, he said something recently, said the Igbo cannot get 5% of votes from the north. Or I think he was referring to a Peter Obi as a candidate. I am coming, meaning that the northerners always choose themselves. No matter what you say or what you do, they choose themselves. However, there was a shift in that thinking process, in that election process, voting pattern in 2023. Some northern states, specifically the North Central, actually voted massively for Peter Obi. Benue, Plateau, the states actually did well in terms of voting for, a southern candidate. But like I said, the factors that surrounded 2023 is not the same thing that is present now. A lot has actually changed. So my question is, Matthew was making that statement, and the idea is, put an Atiku who supposedly has the Buhari faction, the Buhari population, the Buhari loyalist. That aspect, the North can always understand. Once you present their own person, especially those who are not literate enough, once they hear it is their person, from their churches, from their mosque and everything, they will choose that person and let Peter Obi be deputy. The plan is, let him just be there and possibly an agreement to be made for 2031 for him to become a president. The key now is, if Peter Obi decides not to officially join the ADC and joins another political party, do you think the ADC would have the kind of buzz, the kind of attention it's getting? And do you think, again, that is the strategy that's going to be applied by the APC for Tinubu to win the elections?
Now, I told you before that the ADC came on board for two things. One, because of what happened in 2023 election. That is easier for you to say that this election was rigged, because the votes were so close together compared to if you have a massive difference. That is one. The second, the fact that they believe that Nigerians are looking, the Nigerian masses are looking for alternative.
Okay.
Those are the two main reasons why they came. And they were looking forward to two main people who actually galvanized the highest number of votes. That, okay, these people, because they have this kind of vote, they have this kind of number. So if they come together, they can, pull that thing.
Yeah.
So that even with the rigging that may come or whatever, it will not really, disrupt that the direction of something. That is why you see them coming together. But one thing is this, like I said, in governance, there are two things: the administrative and the political. That is what it goes on in company. If you are head of a company, head of a school, head of anywhere, if you don't have those two qualities, you are bound to fail woefully. You are administratively good. If you are not politically good, you will destroy the company in your hand. If you are good politically, you are not good administratively, you are going to fail woefully. So if you now have that two together, you move forward. Now Atiku has political, is very experienced.
Okay.
Very, very experienced. But when it comes to administration, we discover that Obi has that, he has that quality. So you can see the combination that God decided to separate that two.
So what are you saying right now?
That's what I'm saying is that is why they are calling they are calling Obi that this half, the half is still needed.
The half of what?
That half. Yes, the administrative half is needed. If the administrative half is not in that ADC, and you go for only Atiku, there may be problem. The vote will be splitted. Are you getting what I'm saying? That the vote will be, because people want there are some certain Nigeria who wants the administrative aspect.
Okay, so Mr. Lawyer Kunda, are you saying that they should apply strategy? Are you referring that the followers of PWB, the supporters of PWB should be strategic this time in having to align with Atiku because Atiku has political experience?
That is it.
That's what you're suggesting.
Yes.
You're saying that PWB may not have the political experience.
That's why you see that when they were about to form that ADC, people said ADC is for Atiku. ADC was not for Atiku. It's just because.
How do you know?
Because the way, when they were about to form that coalition, you see the way Atiku was moving around.
Who were the people that approached the original owners of that party? Was it not the Atikuts? Is it not Atiku?
That's why I'm saying.
So how do you know
that is the political aspect that Obi did not actually really have. He's so concerned about, I want to be this clean guy, I'm this administrative person, everybody love for that. But that political aspect. That's why the moment that thing started, you see that the Atiku team began to move around, consult with Adegbeshola, move around, consult. We expected him too to be making that move. You to be consulting, doing all this, learning the way he's doing it, in order to have that experience. That's why when he was able to, that thing started. You see that most of them were seeing the consultative aspect of Atiku than that of Obi. That's why you now say that ADC belongs to Atiku. No, it's not true.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. Let's go with that. Mr. Tony Mbata, the reason why this is a conversation is because for the past 4 days, the ADC has really been talking. And the talk has been, Peter Obi, please declare your intention. If you're not joining us again, let's move on. Other members of the ADC, you know what? Please, if Peter Obi is not yet ready to make up his mind, let us continue with what we are doing. He's not needed. After all, some people think that Amechi has more influence. They said in the 2020, yes, and they said in 2023 when they did primaries that Amechi wants some people that you never even believe.
His house and his household.
Exactly. So they're saying that there is an Amechi. All right. There are other persons who supposedly they think
somebody
has
who worked with Buhari for 8 years,
or connection or something like that. And Amechi himself is even saying that he's not deputizing anybody. He is going for presidential race. That's what he's doing, and he has already begun going around consulting, meeting with some certain persons. Again, money is needed for the obedience. The house is a little bit divided. There are some people who feel that because of what has transpired now, they need to be more strategic than emotional or sentimental. And strategy involves soft pedaling because you are thinking of
mathematics,
tomorrow, which is what Tinubu did. Tinubu had an opportunity to be a vice president, but he said, no, let us do it this way. I will bring you somebody. I will give you somebody. After your term, I will wait. Then you will support me, because that was his intention. And that's the kind of system that they expect Peter Obi to adopt, because the political dynamic is no longer what it was in 2023.
I disagree with what you're saying.
No, these are not my words. Yes.
Let me tell you the true nature of things. Go and write it. Today is 14th of December, 2025.
The Sunday where you came late to the studio.
I'm coming from my village meeting with Madam, village end of the year. So go and write this thing. I'm not a prophet, but I'm speaking what will happen. If Atiku run, Obi run, Tinubu run, and if we have a credible INEC, nobody will win clear election. They will come to Roundtable Conference and decide that will be good for Nigeria. But because Obi, when you are talking about administrative, political, if you don't know who is Peter Obi, I'm not an Obi, then go and check their website. I don't belong to any political party. It was only ABGA when I was in Imo State University that I joined. I was the organizing financial secretary or G Ward 1 ABGA. How many years ago? I've never belonged to any political party. But look at what is going to happen. If we have a credible INEC, Atiku run, Obi run, Tinubu run, nobody will win clear vote.
No, but the
now,
thing is, Mr. Tony,
let me finish.
What if that this INEC, you said credible?
Yes.
What if the same factor that
he's talking? No, he's talking ideal. Do you have ideal in Nigeria?
Let me finish, please, man. Now, we don't have a credible INEC. Now, let them run. They will still have the same thing because the people that believe in northern oligarchy, like the Fulanis, will vote for Atiku and defend their vote with everything about it. Remember what they did to Jonathan? They believe in Obi like Southeast will vote for Obi and defend their vote.
Okay.
People that love Tinubu because it's our brother will vote for Tinubu and defend their vote. Now, who will win? Nobody.
Are you sure?
I'm coming to tell you. Listen, let me finish. Let me finish. When we now stand...
We have forgotten 2023. So soon.
2023, because Jaga was an instrument of...
So what if the president will go?
Let me finish. Now, this is my own permutation. When we come to that statement, they will not discuss Nigeria, and it's good for Nigeria. But because of the selfishness of the Fulanis, I must be vocal. This is the turn of the West. Yes, we.
It's the turn of the South.
The South, sorry. The turn of the South. Let the South finish. But because there is something the Fulanis want to tell Nigerians that they determine where the pendulum of the politics of this country will go. That they will determine who will be. Atiku should wait. If Atiku say no, I want to contest and take it. Let Tinubu continue.
Calm down. Like
Seriously?
I said, we need to be strategic. There's no need to be emotional or sentimental.
It's not emotional.
This is politics.
It's politics.
Esther, can I respond?
This is politics.
Where you rule for 2
I'm coming, Mr. Tony. This is politics. And politics does not look like it is supposed to be. It is supposed to be. They know they look that one. Constitutionally, is there anywhere it is written in the Constitution that after 8 years of the North, then the South will take over?
Where is the doctrine of necessity when...
Mr. Tony,
I want to answer your question now.
No, you're responding to the question.
No, I'm not. I want to answer your question. At the time, Nigeria was in a state of Uga when Yar'Adua was assumed to have dead. Jonathan was not to be allowed because of the cabal to be the president. And the Senate saw it. It was not written. They say doctrine of necessity. And they made Jonathan the president. This is a gentleman agreement of the political parties.
No.
To take Nigeria to go.
Hold on. Let's not disinform, please.
I'm not disinforming anybody.
Hold on. If anything happens to the president,
okay,
based on what is on the Constitution, the vice president automatically becomes the president. That is how it is. That is the reason why you have a VP.
Yes.
So the northern oligarchs at the time were trying to hide it when Yar'Adua died because they knew that constitutionally, once the president dies, the deputy takes over. Then they now look for whoever it is that will become the vice.
Okay.
That is what is in the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
And I'm asking you this question, sir.
Okay.
Is there anywhere in the Constitution that it says that
we don't have constitution.
Mr. Tony.
The one we have now.
It was
talk about the one we have.
Let us talk.
Okay, they impose it. They give us. They dash us.
With what you have now.
Yes.
Let's not waste time because we need to open the phone lines. With what you have now, is there anywhere in the Constitution that it says after 8 years of the North, then another 8 years of the South? Is there anywhere it happens?
There was nowhere in the Constitution.
Number two,
the
people who made these arrangements, did they carry Nigerians along when they were making this arrangement?
Because we don't have independent candidates. We have political parties where you can buy any election.
My question is,
political parties
these individuals that sat down together
not in the political parties.
These individuals that sat down and decided that let us do it like this. Did they do it in consideration of Nigerians or in consideration of themselves?
It's in consideration of Nigerians.
Is it consideration of Nigerians? Okay, fine. If that is it wrong for the ADC to look at it and say there is nowhere in the Constitution that says it's the turn of the South, so we're not zoning anything? Anyhow we do the primaries, anybody who emerges, the person goes. Is it wrong for them to have that?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. But what we are saying is that so that the mistake of the past will not repeat itself. If we are saying now, Constitution did not say it, Now we are leaving it open. When these people finish, when this person finish, who will come next? Let us do it in a proper way.
That's not proper.
Mr. Lawa,
Excuse me.
Mr. Lawa, if it were the time of the North, would it not have allowed any southern candidate to emerge? That's another angle to this thing. If this was the era of the North, would it not allow a southern candidate, no matter the public appeal, no matter the begging, no matter how Nigerians say, let this person go if it's from the South, that the next dispensation, the North will come? Do you think that the North would support a southern candidate? Especially if those who are advocating that Peter Obi should be deputy. That the South should support Atiku.
Just a short time. Let me go to history for you.
Wait
now in a minute. Just give me 2 minutes because I need to find some things before the Jack. Can you say it's too much? I will live longer than that. One thing is this. If you look at history across, you see that many Yorubas have ruled this country so many times. How did they come about that, opportunity? If you keep saying, no, it's the turn of the North, it's because of the South or whatever. But you find even excuse me, wait.
Go ahead, sir.
Even when Jonathan contested and became president, do you remember that Nigeria voted for him massively across the whole? Do you remember that? For it is the turn of the South, turn of the North. As of that time, Yaradua did not finish his term. Talk less of since his second term. Yet, a Southerner was voted for massively, even in the North. Now, let me tell you something. The reason why we keep saying that this thing of saying zoning is a killer to the country is because they use it, one, to negotiate us among themselves as if we are like their properties. That is one. Second, you swallow up some ethnic groups and then you forget them. That is what the zoning is doing. The third thing is that when you say you zone, turn of the South, turn of the South, you make sure that the right people don't get into power. And the fourth thing is that you make the leader, you give the leader that is coming, maybe the president or the governor, or let me say even the president, the opportunity to be corrupt. You know why? Excuse me. You know why? Because we are going to say, if the other place people are talking, no, this person has done it. He's done it. You say, no, it's our turn. No, it's the turn of you must leave him. That is the problem.
Mr.
Now,
Why,
that's what people excuse me.
I'm coming. No,
People say that zoning. You
Mr.
stop using it. Stop saying it. You have stage already.
Hold on.
She asked you a question.
I asked you a question, Mr. Lawa. When I asked you questions, I want you to directly respond. Don't, because in the process of you going back and forth, you lose your train of thought in the process. What I'm asking you is this, sir. You said something that ideally, what happened during Jonathan's era, you know that it was supposed to be the turn of the North. Yaradua only did not even complete one term. Jonathan completed, and somehow everybody decided to galvanize for Jonathan, and the North were able to hold back. You're saying now that since the North was able to hold back, that Jonathan emerged, as the second time. Let's not use it the second time. He completed the first term for Yaradua. Then the next, that's 2 years. They said, okay, fine, let it South. At least it has never happened. Yes. The Northerners did not push it. They did not bother to push it. Is that the same application you're asking the Southerners to apply now for Atiku? Is that what you're what you're looking at?
Esther,
okay.
This country needs salvaging. It needs saving. This is, I've said it many times, this is not the time for us to be talking about whether zoning or not. This is the time to think about how to save this country.
About that. We're speaking on what is on ground now. The reality in the political space.
The reality.
They don't care. These politicians don't care. So we're now talking about we're discussing politics here. This is what is going on. The ADC as it stands, they want Peter Obi to officially declare. They want him to join. He hasn't said anything. What I mean officially declare is become a full member. But there are some gray areas which has not been decided on. Now, if Bolaji Abdullahi is saying that even he has not made any demand, he has not said anything as to, I want to be president, I want to be considered in the slot or a consensus or whatever before I join, that all of those demands have not been made, but that yes, he is in the coalition. That is what Bolaji is saying now. Meanwhile, Peter Obi supporters are saying, man pulled what he pulled. He has the capacity, he has the capability, right? And amongst all the politicians, they consider him to be more genuine. Why can't the ADC do what APC did, where they chose a consensus candidate? Everybody agreed that this is going to be our person. Then let us start moving ahead. Since it's the turn of the South, based on gentleman agreement, even if it's not the constitution, then let the primaries be run between the southern candidates, which is Peter Obi and Amechi, for the primaries. That Atiku should not be part of the process because it's not the turn of the North. That's what some of the obedients are saying. Meanwhile, Barrister Darlington believes that the way the political climate is now, strategic thinking is needed. The Northern support is needed. They would go for their own person other than any other person from any tribe. Now, others feel that if Peter Obi decides to be a VP to Atiku, that he has betrayed the South. Others feel that the momentum will reduce. Some people feel that some obedience will not contribute or be part of the process. This is the dichotomy in the political space. So please go ahead.
Esther, I said it before. Nigerian as a country is built on deceit from ab initio. Let's start from the constitution. They say, we, Nigerians, have decided to give ourselves a constitution. Go and check. It was the military that gave us. That means it's a deceit, number one. Let's start from 1999 as amended constitution. Now, the issue is that you asked a very fundamental question. If it is the North that this era, would they agree? Because Buhari killed this country. Whether you believe it or not, it was Buhari that finished this country. At that time, did they not agree to allow anybody from the South to be the president of this country in order to salvage the country? No.
Forgotten that South supported Buhari.
No. Seriously. They didn't. Now that we are having the Southern candidate, Tinubu, that also buried this country. Now
we buried the country.
Burying the country. The country is finished. Now do we have a country?
How do you know he has buried it?
We have not. There was a country. Chinyachebe book.
So the bury did not start. Now the bury starts.
No, the bury. Tinubu buried this country.
You don't start with Buhari.
Buhari started it, and
Tinubu starts with Jonathan.
Tinubu. No. PDP is not far better than them. They receive Nigeria. Tinubu and co. Buhari them. Now Tinubu has buried and poured the red mud. Now, when Buhari was doing it, remember when Buhari was doing his appointment, the Northerners, and people like us said, this thing you are doing is bad. Though. They did not see anything bad in it. They supported him. Now Tinubu has started and did more than them. Now we need somebody to help us. It's supposed to be from the South too. Now, if it is the North, will they allow? No. We're not saying it. We're not saying it. The North, wait. After 4 years, you will come and we'll support you. And they said no. And I said, if not Atiku, can't we get another person from Middle Belt that is more credible? We have people in this country that can change this country. But why must you be Atiku? Why must you be a Fulani man? A Fulani just finished. Another Fulani, because they want to show you that the country belongs to them. Remember Sokoto said they are born to rule. So we are saying no.
ADC is saying for now.
ADC
is saying.
ADC is
You've forgotten that Yaradua is from
ADC is saying that they are not, for now, zoning is not on the table.
They are lying to Nigerians.
But they are not saying, they are not exempting the zoning thing. They want all of them who were in the coalition to be full members, then they can now begin to have that conversation. My question is, why has that conversation not been had for over?
Because they are hiding things. Listen, ADC. Because
who are the members of the ADC?
The members of the ADC is those people that are building around some people. Because what we are saying is
before they unveiled, didn't they call people? Where the people that they called, were they not discussing?
They called people, they were discussing. They said, okay.
That's my question. People that were discussing, why didn't they have a conversation as to this is what it will be before we do anything?
They have not finished because they are more. They want to be
for 1 year.
They want to be. Listen. When somebody wants to deceive you, they will show you something.
No,
that's what we are saying. That
now.
No, understand what I'm saying, please.
It's not about deceit, Mr. Tony. Let's be practical.
The practicality is
that you join.
Esther, I have an answer.
Coming, Mr. Tony. I know. Mr. Tony, calm down. We're intellectually educating ourselves. Let's understand something. Nobody is a child in that party. Peter Obi is not a child.
Yes.
He had experiences in 2023.
Yes.
So there is no how you want to run for president in 2027. You join the coalition without having something in mind. My question is, for more than 1 year, why have they not agreed on what they wanted to do? That up till now, they are still discussing. When some other political parties they are galvanizing.
Do you know? Wait, sir.
Okay, please.
See, the issue is this. we have agreed.
Who is we that agree?
Let's say ADC, members of other political parties. ADC is a political party. We want to use this vehicle to move. But there are some people that own it. Some people will approach it first. Listen very careful. Some people will approach it first. Some other people will join. Now, when we join, we say, okay, we are going to use this vehicle to reach our destination. Now, let us discuss. But because you have seated there before us, you want to do some manipulations.
For 1 year.
You see, don't trust politicians. That's one thing you cannot do. That is the question, is that let us sign, cross the T and this before we move.
Not getting
they want us to move.
Calm down. You claim that.
It's dribbling.
Hold on. You. What this is. We're not forming. There's no morality in politics. I want you to understand that. There is no morality.
There's no morality even in law.
The simple question I'm asking is: all the candidates who were in this coalition, whether there are some people who put that coalition together for one person, for you to have been part of the coalition, certain basic conversations were had.
They have not finished. They have not finished. People are faster than their legs.
Tony, can you listen? You're not in the coalition to know they've not
finished. I know. I'm in the coalition. I know.
You're not there to know certain things, Mr. Tony. In as much as you claim to know, like you said, they could be deceiving you. My issue now is that they have asked a question. Bolaji Abdullahi came on Space on Saturday to say that Peter Obi did not make any demand. He has not. The only thing he has come out to say is, "I'm throwing my heart in the race." Now, Atiku is saying he's going for presidential candidate. Even if he has not come out to openly say it, we've begun to see campaign that is already on ground. Even the VP slot, Peter Obi has said nobody has presented such an alternative to him. In other words, some people know certain things and they're flouting it on social media, flouting it to hear and feel the pulse of Nigerians. I don't know how they would feel about it.
Yes,
they do that kind of thing. But my issue now is, if you're saying that for more than 18 months, people have been discussing and that by now they've not finished talking, when an APC has finished their momentum, even if you say they're the party in charge, they finished what they're doing, they're strategizing to ensure that they win in 2020, they weaken the opposition. You're seeing the trajectory of things. How do you expect that party to be considered to be serious?
Esther, in politics, a day can solve a problem. A day. In politics, it's not what you are saying. It's what the action. A day is enough for everything to be okay. And they are still discussing. That's why we are saying, when we are discussing, people should not be faster than their leg. Forget about what Buhari APC is doing. When the time comes, you will see the realities on ground. So ADC have not finished discussion, but they want to coerce people to believe what some people think that will be good for them. Which the ADC people, some people say, no, let us cross the T and other things, so that we can tell Nigerians where we are going.
The Accord Party, Adeleke, there's already a faction there already. He just defected to the Accord Party. Some people were wondering why he did not join ADC. Some people felt that if he joins ADC, Tinubu will not be happy with him. I don't understand what that means. But he joined the Accord Party, and now we're hearing another faction that has presented another governorship candidate from their own primary. Do you think this is going to cause confusion for Adeleke? Will this render him partyless? Because this is something that they'll have to go to court for. And somehow court knows how to delay cases like this, which could render each of the candidates redundant. So how do you describe the scenario in Accord Party with Adeleke?
What he said, it shows the usual thing that the usual people have been doing. That's why I said ADC was able to stabilize a little. You didn't understand what I was saying. They went through a lot of the same thing. Accord was very, very peaceful. We have never had any issue concerning Accord since. And then suddenly something came up immediately. You see, they have their people planted everywhere. So they are waiting for you. The moment they want to get you, the moment you get into that, they'll be waiting for you where you are going to get to. The moment you enter that place like this, they set up the machinery against you, they work against you and begin to create problems. You see that the moment Obi left PDP, I mean, sorry, I think we left people. There was some kind of a little bit settling in that area. They diverted a lot of attention from that area. When Obi left Labour, you see, there was a lot of settlements. They tried to settle. They moved to another area again. They divert. So you can see that there's a machinery chasing some certain people all over the place, making sure that people they know can actually give them that threat. politically don't have a proper footing. That's why you see that Adeleke thing coming up and coming up. Now people talk about APC as if APC is they said it's not, because APC is not really a party.
Okay.
APC is not a party. They don't act like a party, so I don't see them as a party. I see them as some kind of cult. I don't see them as a party, because in a party is supposed to be democratic. It's not somebody's property. You can't say because you are the chairman you make absolute decision. No, you can't. That is not a party. A party means that everybody is a member. Everybody, no matter who you are, you are contributory to that party, and your voice is equal to the voice of every other person. But not because somebody is putting money down, therefore he owns that party and decide what goes on. That is not a party. It's not a party. So when this that happen,
sorry, you need water.
Now, when things like that happen, you put that aside because it doesn't follow the normal process. That's why we talk about something like ABC, we talk about something like Accord, we talk about A-Labour, even AAC. You see, there was a time there was a problem in AAC. Another person came up and said he was the chairman before they went to court here and there. And so that is what is going on. That's why I say that politically, we are learning. All of us are learning. No matter how old you are learning. After that 2023, I started Peter Obi to have hopped his political game. You already have something that others, cannot match. That is the administrative aspect. It's very good. Everybody see you, nobody beats you on it. Because when they put the card on ground, you are fantastic. But you keep seeing that as the only thing you need. Oh, don't worry, people vote because of that. This is politics. Politics in which they will twist your brain. You come back and say, I regret what I did. They will twist your brain such that you vote for the wrong person, you come back and regret. That is what they call politics. That's the political aspect.
All right. So what if he now it's a turn of the South, and he has always believed in that line of thought. That is why he actually put his hat in the race and said it's a turn of the South, and he doesn't mind going for one term. But what if, as it stands, and he already understands what's taking place, and he doesn't want to be pressured? A couple of people think he's making a wise decision by holding his cards to his chest and not being swayed or bamboozled to do what some other people want him to do, or to be the footstool for someone else to shine. What if he now decides to go somewhere else? Because Labour Party says no automatic ticket for him, and that he's not even a member, per se. He's just a member on paper. But lately, he has not done anything that indicates, or been part of anything that indicates that he's a Labour Party member. So what if he goes to another political party? Are we going to see the same vibrancy?
He's going to have a lot of issues.
Why?
He's going to have a lot of issues.
Why?
Because, the people, because when it comes to politics, every politician has his own follower.
Okay, so which people?
So those people, some of these people have moved into certain parties and they've stationed there. You don't expect them to move their members to vote for you in another party. It will be dangerous. If you wanted that, you would have started that from 2023, the moment the election is over. That is what you're supposed to have been doing. Okay. Supposed to have been telling them what you wanted.
Okay.
By that time, no, I want to be president. By that time, your people who are forming coalition with you will have understood what you want. That's what Atiku carried when he was forming. He was going along with the coalition.
Okay.
He already had that in mind. That in this coalition, I want to be president. But you don't. You don't take that steps. Right. See, Atiku. I'm sorry. El-Rufai from the beginning, he made his card clear to everybody. I'm not going for anything.
We already know El-Rufai is nursing a wound.
Yeah. So look at Amechi. Amechi is licking a wound, and it's also
licking a wound.
Yes, now because you came from Buhari.
You enjoy Buhari's government.
That's what I'm saying. You came from Buhari government. You don't have you are not getting along with the present government. You are now forming a coalition. You want to go against as if what you did 8 years ago is a very clean sheet. You can bet on. Can you put it on ground? You can't even debate with it. If they was using it off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a reaction very briefly. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call, 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Madam Esther. My name is Robert.
Mr. Robert, good evening.
I greet everybody in the studio.
Go ahead, sir.
you know, this politics of a team, it get clearer every day.
Yeah.
See, if Atiku contests on his own, and Obi contests on his own, and Atiku contests on his own, Obi might not win. The reason is that the North, they believe much in Tinubu, in the sense that they say he have only one term. Rather than Obi, that they will say, if he say he want to root for one term, he may change his mind. They want the power to go back. And if like Danity used to say, if Obi can team up with Atiku, it will be, they will win this thing. Honestly, I'm telling you, they will win this thing. If they stand on their own, Tinubu will win. And madam, I want to also talk about this terrorists that were arrested. I saw that video online. Honestly, they were tied down. They say maybe one local government somebody sponsored them. Why are we debating with bandits? Well, these are people who don't think right before they kill. You catch somebody and you're asking question is sponsored. No, it's not supposed to be so. And for the primate, primate something, that man is an APC problem. Because all his prophecy is about APC. Somebody will be, I don't know, I have forgotten how God called him. All of it is about, I read that, all those messages you read. I read everything. You understand? It was him that asking for money, which is wrong. That's why God called him. Thank you very much for giving me the
Robert, thank you. As in church now, political footstool. 08036929933. That's the number to call. 08036929933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. Hello, good evening. How are you? How you do? Sorry, my phone no won't enter speaker. Hey,
Glitch.
You don't glitch, oh. Hold on.
It's glitched.
Let me connect it to this. All right, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hold on, your radio, please.
Okay.
Hello.
Now, I just want to talk about this only you are talking about.
Okay.
There was no time, north and south, sat down and said they are solid. The only thing the real story came up was in PDP. It was PDP that sold, and they started it. Yaradua couldn't complete it, so that is what disrupted the whole thing. And for us for Nigerian account to be talking of north or south, we are just building on no foundation, because we never had any Sunni. Sunni was only PDP as a party. So now talking about Obi or Atiku or whatever. And if you look at the number of the years the president we've had in Nigeria today now, from 1999, South has had more years than even the North we are talking of. So there is nothing wrong for Atiku to run, and Obi could still be the vice president. After Atiku, then Obi can go for president. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Jova, I miss you.
I missed you too.
All right, go ahead.
Esther, you're looking nice.
Am I?
Because
I'll go back to my lookout.
you see what I'm saying.
Good evening.
What's my
Satonim Batam Salawaya Kundaya.
I am not studying, but I know Tony good evening. Mr. Lawal Kundaya.
Good evening, sir.
I've missed Mr. Lawal's voice.
Really?
Esther,
Sir?
Mr. Lawal and Mr. Kenny is aware, and anybody listening to me, Nigeria Constitution does not have it written that whoever emerges this president must rule this country for 8 years.
Yes.
8 years for me is a greedy system of staying in the office. What do you want to do for 8 years that cannot be done in 4 years?
In 2 years,
I'll give an example briefly.
We had someone, Latin Jaconde, blessed memory. His memory is blessed, so I will call blessed memory. He only took Lagos for 4 years. These politicians should begin to understand that if you will do the right thing, the people will want you to come back and do another 4 years. Not like what we have now. And somebody is sitting down telling me if Obi does 4 years, Obi will want to do 8 years. Obi himself has said he will do 4 years. My only problem is like Mr. Lawal, took his time to enumerate there. Political party will be to stay and run. We are talking about getting this country out of this quagmire. Use any adjective to qualify where we find ourselves in this country. You're right. Nigeria is in a deep mess. We are looking for who can clean up this mess. Whoever can clean it up in 4 years is perfect for you, but not this person who is there. See, until we wake up from our dream, who is talking about it is a government that was barely a year in office and is talking about the next tenure. Esther, I will not stop saying what I'm saying because a kilo of gas when Buhari was in office, even when it went up, was about 500 naira. Today it's 1,100. Where are we going to? When Buhari was in office, we could buy 12.5 kg gas for 2,500. Where he took it from PDP, from it being sold for 1,200 naira. And we're complaining there. Today, 12.5 kg of gas is about 14 to 15,000. It's not what we're talking about.
Good.
Please, they should spare us this 80s radio all the time. We want this country to be good.
All right, thank you, Jehovah. Good evening. Thank you for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, welcome. All right, please go ahead.
Yeah. I advise people to take it. Should not spoil his reputation. Yeah, should not do right for any that you want to stand for Labour Party, any other party. Don't do advice for anybody. Because you cannot be a leader and as well politician at the same time. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let me take some messages. Good evening, Esther Wachuku, Solomon Asika from Mushin. I beg Esther, leave Pidgin or broken English for Choma Innocent, MC Chicks, and walkie-talkie, because Queen's English is for your mouth and Pidgin English. As for Nigeria politics, the two ethnic groups that have been passing the leadership of this country to one another since after the First Republic, it's neglecting the remaining ethnic groups. The question is, those that are clamoring and calling for one Nigeria, where is the one Nigeria needs? Let's continue lying to ourselves and continue living in a state of oblivion of what's really happening in this country. God help us all. Good evening, Esther. Your guest speaker, Barrister Nsako, has said a lot about the Nigerian situation. Okay. Good evening, Esther. Peter will never contest ADC primary with Atiku because the North will vote for Atiku. Thanks, Chika from Ikorodu. Ima says, Okay. Wow, this is long. Good evening, Esther. Good job. My candid advice to Obi, he should not contest in 2027, so people will not be counting it for him. How many times he contested and lost? Technically, Tinubu has won 2027 election. Coalition here and there, yet they cannot get a governor from broken PDP, even no senator ready to join them. But a party in ICU, a Accord Party, got one. If you look at it.
That doesn't mean. No.
Okay. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Tony and Mr. Lawal Ekunda. This is ACN calling from Amodofi.
Go ahead, sir.
Esther, sometimes when we talk about P2B, we talk about P2B as if the man is daft. We talk about P2B as if he does not surround himself with quality advisors. I have to tell you something, Esther. Have you and your panelists, for once, consider that should P2B deputize Atiku tomorrow and the government of Atiku did not perform well, it may count negatively on the reputation of P2B.
True.
The truth is that you cannot deputize somebody you are better off. P2B has more better advisors than Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, than Mr. Tony Mbata. The fact that he has remained silent does not mean he's confused. The man knows what he's doing. I want to believe so. We are looking for a workable Nigeria. And that workable Nigeria, Atiku, if indeed he is patriotic, cannot be putting himself forward to be the president when he has somebody like Peter Obi, like Mr. said in the studio. There is something hidden that is disclosing.
Yeah.
And when somebody wants to cheat you or dribble you, they will come up with this hidden, oh, let us not discuss this now. Oh, if you are true to yourself, why don't you say, this is how this thing is going to be?
Exactly.
It wouldn't take you an extra 1 hour to say this is how the power rotation is going to be.
Yeah.
But you are saying, no, you want to commit the man, and then before you wield the big stick. And the man is clever enough to understand their antics. All else is that it's not so foolish. Like people come to this, he should make decision. The man is calculating wisely, and his silence is golden. Sometimes your silence can be clever.
Exactly. No, the
The
silence is
fear of
loud.
Peter today is the beginning of political wisdom.
All
The
right.
people don't know where to catch him.
Okay.
They're looking for where to trap him, and he refused to be trapped. So for me, he's actually a clever politician.
All right.
So
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. We need to wrap up very soon. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, madam. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Please, I would like, because I've been calling, what I want you to do for me is, people that have been calling, they should give us chance so that other people that have not been calling, they should call. At least they just should be created for that. Thank you.
I need to talk now.
Yeah, Esther,
Sir.
if Peter Obi deputize Atiku, the election will not go in favor of ADC. I'm telling you clearly, because it's now the turn of the South. For the best thing to be done, Peter Obi should be the presidential candidate to find somebody to deputize him. I know very well many people are waiting for the decision of that guy. Anytime he moves that to another political party, we will follow him because we know he has the quality to lead us out of this Egypt. Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Okay, so let me take some messages because our time is almost fast spent. Good evening, Esther and the guests in the studio. Letter to our dear master strategist. Nigerians are anxiously waiting for a comprehensive strategy on ending the shedding of innocent blood and protecting innocent citizens. As for Peter Obi, there's wisdom in silence. Aneke Chinonso. Esther, when are they bringing back our plane and the crew from Burkina Faso? Chooks from Isheri. That's
They are not
true.
crew, they are military men.
Yeah, that's the crew now, the military men along with the pilots. Hi, I'm a Nigerian in Canada. I would seriously like to speak with Rufai Seni. I'm boiling with anger over Tinubu's incompetence in handing over Nigeria to France with his adulterous and unholy alliance. I'm a Nigerian Canadian and I do not wish to lead with that, as that is what is important to me. I'm sick and tired of watching the mess going on. Mabi Nude, Bele. Sorry. All of us today inside. Good evening, happy new week. Please let people stop thinking that Tinubu is trusted by the North. As it is now, except rigging tactics in Southeast and South-South, Tinubu can never win in the East because of certain recent factors troubling that part of the country. In our Constitution never states that it is mandatory for a candidate to rule for 8 years. Likewise, in the issue of zoning policy, the Constitution allows for federal character, and in elections too, this should apply. From Ken in Lagos. Esther, don't be surprised. This is Omega from Lagos. Esther, don't be surprised. Okay, Esther, I'm not happy the way you handle our messages here. I sent you a message on Friday. You didn't read it out. Why? Sorry. Esther, don't be surprised. Peter Obi may be used as vice president under Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Are you sure? Good evening, VOP. I don't trust Atiku, please. We know his antecedents. All the speculations will not change the fact that 2027 will still be rigged. We are all in it together. James from K2 Mile 12. Stanley from Okota says the best way to run this country is to amend the constitution, include zoning. This will reduce political crisis. All right, Stanley. Greetings to you, Esther. Tony Batana Kundaya. Esther, one thing you should understand is that Northerners do not play with power, but I will advise Peter Obi to join with Atiku. That is the only way they can win against Tinubu. I know some people may not align with me, but that's only an easiest way to win the 2027 election. Barrister Darlington has seen the future, but people don't understand him. Daniel from Agege. Atiku is working for Tinubu in 2027. He did the same thing in 2023. Atiku has no business contesting now. Allow the South to slug it out within themselves. After all, we have heard Obasanjo versus Falaye or Yoruba, Atiku versus Buhari or Fulani. Why can't we have Obi versus Tinubu all South, Ugo from Ali Mosho? Good evening, people. I'm Sam from Ejibo. Zoning is not good enough. Let our constitution be reviewed. The power vested in the president is too much. From Yemin, Lagos, your analysts need to be educated about the dynamics of politics in Nigeria. They are confusing their listeners with all these roundabouts. I have said it several times that in the game of politics, trust doesn't have a place. Politics is a game of power and it's winner takes all. Fulani don't joke with power. Therefore, it will remain an illusion expecting Atiku to subsequently hand over power to Obi after completing a term. That's too tall a dream. In politics, morality hardly occupies a significant place. What's morally appropriate may not be politically expedient. Even if Atiku agrees to such agreement, how are you sure that his followers would follow suit when the time comes? If Obi is serious about his presidential ambition, let him go into the contest with determination and conviction. Whether he wins or loses, he would have done so gallantly. There's always another chance. Very good one. Good evening, VOP. Please, Esther, don't trust any politician. No, they are the owner of lies. Lie is their surname. If you don't know, besides people that is talking about Peter Obi, they should leave him alone. Peter Obi knows what he's doing. He didn't want anybody to know his secret. Progress from Isala. Good evening. Good evening to you. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Wow, this is quite long. I don't have the time to take long messages. Good evening, as a guest in the studio. I want people of Nigerian citizens should more on electoral reform. And secondly, I asked, what can Nigerian citizens do so that their vote can count? Joe from Alagbado. All right, Joe. Well done. Well done. This person says, if we perish, let us perish. Esther, good evening, Mr. Mbata, Mr. Lawal. The same mistake Atiku and his men made in PDP is still the same mistake they want to make in ADC. If they all come together to agree to swing the presidency to Southeast before the primary, Atiku and Wike wouldn't have scattered the party with their selfish and power-hungry ambition, and Atiku didn't play a mature politician's role when he supported Wike to throw the ticket open. They want to lure Peter Obi and use him for the next election. It's either they agree on zoning first or let Peter Obi contest with another party. Whoever wins, let him win. If we perish, let us perish until Nigerians are serious to emancipate themselves from this mental state of tribal and religious democracy from Chief Udo. Mr. Lawai Kundayo, what's your final take?
My final take is that God save Nigeria.
Amen. Mr. Tony Mbata.
My final take is that God will save the people that want to save themselves.
I like that. God will save the people that want to save themselves.
Yes.
Because slaves who love their chains will forever remain in their chains. Ladies and gentlemen, to wrap on the political spotlight, I have another program coming up. My name is Esther Wachuku. Subscribe to ESTIQMEDIA, Estic Media on YouTube, and also VOP 90.3 FM across all social platforms. Lawa Akundaya on Facebook, Chimambata on Facebook. Do have yourselves an amazing evening. I will see you tomorrow on the Evening Rush. Bye for now.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Well, well, well. It's over. Guys, una do well oh, for holding the ground. Una do well, una do well. I was listening as well. Anyway, thank you very much. We have come to this live stream. Saturday and Sunday I come out. Una no go talk say, now wow, this one no more, they come out on weekend. Now wow. See, this is the sacrifice for a new nation. The sacrifice that we are putting in. Everybody is supposed to eat jollof rice now. No jollof rice to eat. So, may I block any? I beg go. I beg Tracy, you don't want billion, you don't want some of that billions when im mama they give am. I beg, I know they block am o. Kene, Biko. Yeah, I saw that. What's her name? Posted. Adiola. Akpabio is on a major. In fact, let me bring it here for you guys. Let me see. Let's play it. Let's listen to it together. Let's listen to it. Hey, I see him. I was like, what the heck is going on with Akpabs? Hey, see him.
My people, we need to pray. And I know I joke a lot, but this one is, I'm actually serious this time around. Today is not about making fun of anybody, but I have sources in London who have confirmed that the Senate President, Nigerian Senate President Godswill Akpabio, is presently on admission at a London hospital, allegedly for an emergency medical care. According to sources, the man collapsed again. So they don't know exactly what it is yet. And please, this is not the time to make fun of him. No matter what you think of him, anybody can have health challenges. That's one thing we won't do on this show. We don't make fun of people's health challenges. It can happen to anybody. So I'm hoping that you guys will please say a prayer for his quick recovery. You know, a similar thing actually happened 2 years ago, December 2023. The man collapsed after his 61st birthday colloquium. That time they went after anybody that reported that he collapsed. In fact, they released press statements that he didn't actually collapse, that he just had malaria. Even himself held a press conference just to convince Nigerians that he didn't collapse. He didn't experience any medical emergency, that he was just exhausted because he didn't drink a lot of water and that he was stressed. That was what happened. But apart from that incident, people have been speculating several videos of him walking slowly, using a walking stick, leaning on people. So Nigerians know that all is not well in paradise. However, I'm personally pained that they had to fly the man all the way to London.
Can you imagine?
I mean, that's 5 hours, 6 hours flight from Abuja to London. Is enough to do an emergency surgery if the man needed a surgery ASAP instead of taking him out of the country. I honestly cannot wrap my head around exactly why our leaders don't build good hospitals for us, or at least equip the ones that we have with world-class equipment. Because when they go abroad like that, sometimes it is still Nigerian doctors that treat them. And then every year we claim to spend so much money on the presidential clinic. Just between 2015 and last year, 2024, more than 17 billion naira has been spent on Aso Rock Clinic. That's about $12 million in a situation where the Senate President collapsed. If he cannot be treated at the Aso Rock Clinic, what exactly are we spending this money on? You know, when we beg people to do the right thing, to develop the country, they think that it's just for us, and they actually think that not doing it is only hurting us. It's hurting you too. The last time that this man collapsed, till now, 2 years is enough to build a badass hospital. But we won't go into all that today. Let's just pray for the man to recover quickly Dear Senate President, you gave us this video. We are praying to recover quickly. Nobody is wishing you bad thing, not at all. But after you recover, I'm personally hoping that it will be a motivation for you to champion equipping our hospitals or building us new ones, putting world-class equipment in our hospitals. Hopefully this will ginger your spirit to do the right thing by your country. I'm praying for you on the mountain. Bye.
Now don't see am. That's it. When you don't build hospitals, you don't provide for your people. See am, if they sick now, they don't get where to treat, and they have to fly him out. Make it make sense. Anyway, with that, my people, we wrap it up. Put the frozen grocery in freezer fast. Kene, your ears are sharp and your eyes, I don't know. Be like say you pass breeze, oh. You pass breeze. I don't know what you be, oh. Yeah. How are you able to use your laser eyes to see what is happening? Ha! You know what? Let's say I go take Tracy word. You don't reach time when I go block you temporarily. Is that how people who follow billionaires behave? I don't understand. Let me see. Me some of you people's troublesome comments. You know what, Michael, you're right. Make Amechi and Atiku, make they run for ADC. I've said it before. Let them run in the ADC. I don't care. Let them shut the doors to Peter Obi. I don't even want him in that ADC. Exactly. Oh my goodness, these comments are... Oh, Guy was even here. Weleke. Operation Cajun Pio. Oh my goodness. Jonathan fired up by trying to... Okay, effed up by trying to go for a second time, but the Southerners did zone the north. So why is Atiku still a pest? You guys are something else. Okay. Last, everybody will chop breakfast. I'm telling you. Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Enjoy your week, oh. Mona, enjoy my week. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. You guys made this fun. We'll see you on our next one. Bye.